As a teacher, you are always going to have days, unless you're, I don't know, magical. You're going to have days when you are not at school. It could be because you're not feeling well. It could be because you have a conference. It could be because you have a family obligation. But they give us days off, and we should take them. How do you set up your sub so that your classes are taken care of? And that's what we are going to talk about today. Pam Wilson from Harmony Classroom and Music in the Center, and I'm here with my sister, actually, who is also a general music teacher.
Yep, my name's Cheryl Baker, and I am with Lessons from the Music Room.
We're going to give you more information about our sites and how to get more information from us and coaching and all that kind of stuff at the end. Also, you can check the description for that. If this is helpful for you, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. The first thing about setting up a sub is getting one. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully you have one. Hopefully you have a person who's going to be in your classes. But when they come in, we're going to first talk about how do you set up for that sub. How do you set your space up so that they know what to do when they walk in? A lot of times they don't have a lot of time to get settled, depending on how your school runs. You may or may not be able to send them plans ahead of time. So how do you get them set up? So for me, what I do is another colleague taught me this a couple of years ago, is I write up my sub plans in Google Docs, and then I export it as a PDF and I put it on a thumb drive. In our school, the sub will get a sub computer, and they all know how to log in and all that sort of thing. They take care of that in the office. And so when they come to my room, all they have to do is take that thumb drive and put it in their computer. And that document has the schedule for the day. It has in a table format. It has all the times and whose class is coming and what they're actually going to do, including links to all of the slides or online activities or whatever that I want them to do. And I found that that really helps them to eliminate all of the where is the stuff and how do I get in there and I couldn't log in or whatever. So that seems to manage all of that for me. Now, I also print out a copy of that so that they have a physical copy. That's just sometimes helpful. And then I put that in a stack with all of my materials for the day with good labels on them and on the clipboard where I have all my seating charts so that they know where the kids are. So for any general sub, Cheryl, how do you set up the room so that they know like where their stuff is when that sub first comes in?
In the sub directions, I say all my stuff's going to be on my desk or on the table in front of the classroom.
Oh, when you put it into our system, we have a subsystem. Okay.
Yeah, I will give you the lesson plans and they will be there. And then we have a school-wide subfolder that we have to turn into the office so that the lady who is in charge of subs, she can just hand it to them. Once they're in there, they have the sub thing. If it was a one-day thing, they would have all of my seating charts and on a clipboard, and then I would lay out all the materials that I had said, here's what we're going to do, will be in a stack labeled with a post-it note that says, this is first grade, this is second grade, third grade, blah, blah, blah. My schedule is every single class, grade level, every single day. So it's making 7 lesson plans every time, which is why I don't like to be gone.
Yeah. Well, and just for those of you who are newer teachers, you don't have to have, like we've been teaching for way over 20 years. So we've got different things for different grades. Sometimes it's easier for a sub plan if you do like a lower grade plan and an upper grade plan. Then you only really have 2 activities you have to manage. But that takes us actually into the next thing of what do you do if you have a person who's knowledgeable about music as a sub, and what do you do if your sub is I don't know anything about music, because that's probably the more likely thing. Let's jump back to what we do if you have a person who's knowledgeable with music. So I have a colleague who works part-time and she subs for me on those days when she's not already working. So like we're on a trip right now and we're at a conference. And so my colleague was able to sub for me on the Thursday and Friday that we were gone. So the plans that I left for her, well, basically my plans. Like here's my plan book. You taught these lessons last year. She has different assignments, grade assignments this year, but you taught these lessons last year. And she's like, yep, I know what it is. So we kind of went over it and she could just run with it. As a matter of fact, one of the lessons that she's doing, because we're getting close to the end of the grading period right now, she's actually going to assess one of the groups. And I was like, fantastic, just write down the grades. So that's magical and rare.
Yeah, I rarely get a music sub. I used to take a whole bunch of time and make, if it's a music sub, do this. And if it's a non-music sub, do this. And I went, that is so silly. And I do have not enough time for that.
No.
So I just assume that they don't know a whole lot about music. They might know some. And I just write out in my plans what they should do. And I also, if there's some sort of a paper that they're supposed to do, I give them a key. So they go, oh, this is what it's supposed to look like.
And they can grade it for you.
If they would.
Because what else are they doing during your planning?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to grade it. But
Every now and then.
I don't even ask them to do it. It's like, well, I hope that you have something to do during the prep time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But more likely to not have a music sub.
Yeah. If you know that you're going to be out because it's a planned absence, then you can set your kids up ahead of time and say, here's an activity that we can do. And then you're going, oh, and this would be great because I don't have to tell them what to do. So now they can do that with a substitute that doesn't know anything.
So that's an activity they've done with you before.
Right.
A game or something.
Yeah. They know how to sing the song. If it has a circle game, they can sing that song, play it all
and can
themselves.
I just say, Cheryl is the queen of puppets. So you were talking about your monster. What's your monster?
Oh,
thing?
no, this little monster rhythms. I
okay.
made these little puff balls with eyeballs, and they have to make a 4-beat rhythm. And since it's Halloween now, then it's like monster rhythms. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We're going to make monster rhythms. Oh, yeah.
Well, and I teach a lot about activity centers. And so a lot of the activity centers that we have, that could actually be set up as any kind of a non-sub activity. They've done all of those things. They're kind of games. They're just fun to do.
I got this from your centers class. So
Hey,
there you go. I mean, I got it online, but I got the idea from your centers class.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And then depending on where you are in the quarter, whether you need something to be assessed so that they're going to turn something in, or if it's just something for fun to do, coloring activity that I don't care if you do it badly.
Kind of a review.
Yeah, you're like just something.
Know what the names of the notes are, kind of a deal.
Right. And then for the upper grades, depending on if we've started recorders or not, then they're either practicing something that will enhance their recorder playing. They have a chance to play recorders, and then they have a chance, because my classes all have a computer now since pandemic. So then they have a list of games that I've left in resources for general music. And you can say anything in there is good to go. As long as you can get into it, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Well, and we have a learning management system in our district, and so the kids, I have what's called a toolbox in mine. If I have them on computers, then they can go into that toolbox and any of the games that I've set up there. We also have a subscription to Music Play Online. Yep. You said Incredibox is one.
And Blob Opera,
is one. Chrome Music Lab. So there's lots of online activities if you're allowed to use computers. And a lot of times that makes it really easy too. Well, I will say the sub that's in for me for Monday and Tuesday this week is not a music person. Lovely lady, but doesn't know anything about music. And so for my third graders, I remembered, there's a video called The Magic School Bus Haunted House. Again, we're here just before Halloween. And so I thought, that would be perfect for my third graders. It's all about the science of music and what makes sound and things. And it's a 25-minute video. And I went, that's perfect. Because again, she's not musical, but she can certainly click play on a video. That's easy. And then the other thing was my fourth graders, especially my Monday fourth graders, because there's been lots of holidays on Monday. I was like, they really need to be on recorder. How do I do recorder without this person knowing anything about recorder? I made a video to teach my kids the process that I wanted to teach them. So really it's kind of like a YouTube play along, except for it's for recorder.
Well, yeah, that's what some teachers are now doing. If you know that you might, if you get sick, you usually have laryngitis. So it's good to record yourself like we did during the pandemic, singing the songs.
Right.
So you can just go, and here's the song about blah, blah, blah. Sing along with me.
Yeah. And some
it's
of
like
us who were teaching during that time, we have all of our videos from that period. It might be me in my backyard, though. I'm not sure if I want to play that. I think those are really solid ideas about how to set up your space so that they can find what they're supposed to do. I'll add this: if you share a space with someone else, getting a colleague to here's the basket of stuff for my sub, put it out on Tuesday or whatever when I'm out. What do you do if you have a sub that is a music teacher? They are probably able to sing with the kids, play instruments with the kids, help them with whatever concept. And you want to work with them about whether they're going to bring their own activities or if you're going to actually provide those activities for them. And then the third thing we talked about is how to set up for a sub that really is not a music sub at all, and how do you keep your kids either reviewing or learning or doing something musical while you are not there. And I'm going to say again, you have time off for a reason, so take your time off. And the world will not end
Right.
if you are not there, and your children need to be learning with somebody different. So definitely take that time off.
Bonus activity is that you need to have an emergency subfolder
yes, that's very
or box, because you're like, okay, I'm sick, I'm going to the hospital, I'm not making sub plans for any length of time. You have a thing that you can say, there's a binder in my classroom, you can go make copies and do whatever you need to. You can pick these things, they're by grade level. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, make that happen. So
I love that, yeah. I have one of those drawer things that you can get at Michael's or wherever that have like the rainbow drawers or whatever. And last year I was like, I'm never using this properly. And so I actually set it up as my emergency sub plan.
Yeah.
So I have labels on each drawer that has different things for different grade levels. So same thing, all they have to do, some of them have a class set already
made up,
copied, so that if somebody just has to come in, they just have to grab that cart and we're ready to roll. So that's a really good point.
That makes your administrator really, really happy.
So happy.
And your people in the office, they're like, oh, you're great. And your substitutes really, really appreciate they leave you a note. So it's like, wow, your sub plans are so organized.
And so easy to
and
follow.
they come back.
Yeah.
And that's what you really want.
Yeah, make your subs happy. I don't know about your district, but we are always short of subs. Thanks for watching. I hope this has been very helpful for you about setting up your sub plans and getting yourself ready so that you can take that day off, either for a personal day or if you're not feeling well, or you have doctor's appointment or something and you cannot be at school. It just makes your heart a little bit easier to know that your kids are taken care of and you don't have to worry about it. Cheryl, where can people find your information?
Lessonsfromthemusicroom.com is my website, and you can find me on West Music, my book, as well as on Amazon.
So Cheryl, didn't you create a new something just recently?
Oh yes, it's a survival guide for the general elementary music teachers, and that's also found on Amazon, and of course it's linked on my website.
And we'll put the links for all of that down below. If you want more information about creating lesson plans, whether that be sub-plans or your regular plans, drop the word lesson down below, and I will also leave the link to get some free training inside my community for general music teachers called the Music Teachers Success Circle. Again, thanks for watching. You've got this, and we're here to help.